This week is Thanksgiving week, so we will only have class Monday and Tuesday. And since it is Thanksgiving, you guys are going to be drawing a turkey. And you do not have, if you don't want to, it does not have to relate to Thanksgiving. We're just going to touch on holidays and traditions and stuff like that, just so you know about them and can learn about them. And I'm going to show you how to draw a turkey step by step. And it's going to be a simple turkey, but just for holidays and traditions, things you need to know about history. Thanksgiving is an annual national holiday in the United States and Canada. It's celebrated. It's a celebration of the harvest, which means the crops and the food and stuff like that, and other blessings of the past year. Generally, lots of people believe their Thanksgiving is modeled from, or relates to, a year 1621 harvest feast that was shared between the English colonists being pilgrims, and the Wampanoag people, the Indians that were here originally. And the United States celebrates Thanksgiving on the fourth Thursday of every November. Canada usually celebrates Thanksgiving on the second Monday in October. Now, once we get, so you can get started on how to draw your turkey, the first thing you want to do is start with your eyes in the center of your paper, and make sure your paper is portrait style, which means it needs to go up and down. And you're just going to draw two circles right beside each other that touch. And then you're going to draw two circles inside of those circles. And those are going to be colored in for your pupils of your turkey. Next, you're going to add a beak under that. So you're going to take a V shape and then close off the top. Kind of a rounded shape to close off the top. And then we're going to add his snood. This little red thing that turkeys have that hangs down, it's called a snood. So we are going to draw our turkey snood. Some people call it a gobbler, or they call it all different kinds of names, but its actual name is a snood. Now, once you have that, depending on how big your paper is, that depends on how big you need to draw your eyes and your beak and your snood, you're going to draw a circle around that. And stop right there at the snood. Now, for his body, we're just going to bring a circular type shape out from the bottom side of his head and bring it down and around. Then we're going to add some feathers, just some little lines for feathers on his body. So you're just going to draw like a repetition pattern where you draw the same kind of loop. Just kind of curve it up, then curve it back out. 1, 2, and do it 3 times and make that last curve a little longer. And going up with it. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. 1 curve, loop it back out, curve it back in. 1, 2, and curve it back out and back up. Make it a little longer. And there you have the feathers on his body. Almost like he has little arms. Now, you're going to come down at the bottom and bring some turkey legs. Little skinny turkey legs. And this turkey, if you'll notice, we're going to put some, we're going to add some motion lines to make it look like he's kind of shaky, trembling. And that he's kind of, his legs are kind of bent in because he's kind of worried and his legs are shaky and trembling. So we're going to bring 2 lines down. Both of those lines kind of curve them, not curve them, but draw them in towards the middle of the bottom of his body. Then you're going to take and about halfway, draw them back out so that they look like they're bending. And then bring another line out. And then back in. So you're going to put 3 points, like 3 V's. 3 skinny V's. And that's for his feet. And those 2 lines in from the other side, the bottom of his body. And then turn them back. Turn 2 lines back the opposite way. Bring a line out and back up for those 3 skinny V's. And then connect them. And then we're going to add our motion lines. So just draw like 2 lines here. And 2 lines here. And then, just to make sure you get it, you're able to get it fit in there before you draw your feathers, you're going to draw a line that comes out and another line that comes out with kind of like a teardrop or a raindrop shape at the ends of both of them. That looks like water's kind of flying off. But it's actually sweat because our turkey's kind of scared. He's scared he's going to get cooked and eaten for Thanksgiving. And now we can add our feathers. So you can turn your paper if you need to help you get those feathers on there. We're just going to start at the top of his head and just on the each side, the very top of his head, bring 2 lines, 1 line up, the first line up and kind of curve it so that you can bring another line up on the other side, top of his head, up and curve it in so that it goes to a point. And then you're going to come in and do some upside down V shapes just for to add some extra detail to your feathers. And you're going to come do the same thing over and over again. This is where we have our repetition of our pattern, where we draw the same thing over and over again. Even though our feathers, depending on your paper, may need to be a different size and maybe make them smaller because you can't take them out as far. And that upside down V shape in there again. You're going to do the same thing over again. And bring that upside down V shape in. Upside down V shape. that same pattern with the 2 lines for the feathers. Whoops. Excuse me, you should use pencil. And if you wanted to, you could use a different pattern on your feathers, but this is just the one that I chose. Or you can use this one. It is completely fine. And once you have all your feathers that go down to where you started your kind of sweat that's coming off of him from where he's kind of scared and shaking, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to bring that shape up, and your V shape inside of it, up to a point, and your V shape inside of it, your shape up, and your V shape inside of it, up and back down with your V shape inside of it. Now, you're going to add these motion lines wherever you can find room to put them in between your feathers. And at the top, you're going to bring those lines out again for motion, from where that sweat coming off that turkey from where he's scared. And with the almost teardrop or just water drop shape coming off of it is at the end of your motion lines. Now, the only thing left to do is you're going to color the body of your turkey brown. And once you have that colored brown, you need an orange beak and a red snood and some orange legs. And your sweat coming off would need to look like the color of water, so you can use blue, light blue, whatever you want. But your feathers, you can get as creative as you want to and as colorful as you want to. Your feathers can be any color you want them to be. And there you have your kind of shaky turkey. And have a good holiday weekend and enjoy the rest of your holiday week off. And we will see you when we come back from holiday.